Hello, and welcome to Security Girl Storytime. Today, I'm going to tell you guys a story about the time two inmates attempted to escape the prison I was working at. Now, I was there for this shift, but I was not actively involved with any part of that. I just know that they locked the whole prison down for like the rest of the week. So it was a pretty big deal. And I did know all of the details about it because they kind of went through and made sure we all knew what to look for and stuff like that. So this was a fairly routine shift at first. It was a second shift, so the inmates were going to their rec and chow movements on schedule. These two inmates have been planning this for over a year, and they had a lot of correspondence with each other, and they had been working in the quartermaster area and were somehow able to get a couple of patches that were from the maintenance men. So they had their prison blue shirts, and they put the patch on them, and then they kept them in their window so that they get, the sun bleaching, because our prison shirts were like a deep gray for the officers, and then the maintenance had like a really light one. It almost looked purple, like it was so light. And that's kind of what they managed to get with this, as they got most of their shirt colored that way, enough that you wouldn't really think nothing about it. So on the day of the attempt, they managed to get into the supply closet, and that's not that unusual, because sometimes they do get like access to cleaning supplies and stuff. But they took one of the trash cans that was for outdoors, and they took a rake, and nobody really thought anything of it because they had the uniforms on, so they didn't think they were inmates. And they took those over and started pretending to work by the perimeter fence, as though they was like raking dead grass or something. And when they realized that nobody was really watching them, they got up on the trash can and climbed the outer fence. Now, only one of them was able to get up there at first. The other one was going to help him up, I think. But they used the rake. He handed it up to him, and then he takes it and lays it across the razor wire so that he could get over without getting cut. Now, for those of you who don't know, in this state's prison, they have in the in-between layer between the inner fence and the outer fence, there's a section that they intentionally put a bunch of holes in the ground, and then they put rocks over top of them, and that they call them the ankle breakers, because if you land on it from any height at all, it's gonna immediately just snap your stuff, because there's nowhere for you to get a solid foothold. And that's exactly what happened. They did not anticipate them. So he drops down off the fence and immediately falls down. He gets face first into a big old pile of razor wire, which razor wire, once it snags you, if you try to pull your hand back out, it just pulls you in deeper because the cuts go in deeper. And if you really try to just rip your hand out of there, you're going to flay your arm. You'll literally pull it back with like no skin on it. So he realized real quick that he wasn't getting out of that mess. And so the second inmate sees him fall, and he just takes off running to blend back in with the people when the rec movement gets called back in. So he ditched him in a matter of seconds. A whole year of planning, 10 years added to your sentence, all broken up because of some rocks that they had not anticipated, and poor handling of razor wire. And yeah, so they learned that day. Turns out escaping might be the easy part, getting over the fence, but once you're over that fence, what you gonna do? And they learned that the hard way. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you next time on Security Girl Storytime.